I realized not everybody got to watch me actually build my business from the ground up. Not everybody was there when I was first putting out videos, being homeless and trying to figure it out and working out of my trunk and moving from location to location. Not everybody's willing to go back and look at those videos and watch me go through that stuff. And quite frankly, because it's honestly very boring. It's not super entertaining to watch, even though those are the most important times in the business, is the foundation and the building in the very beginning. And so because not everyone was able to see that, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to build another business from the ground up doing exactly what I love to do, and I'm going to document every part of it. So check out what I'm doing, watch everything I'm doing. Follow me on Instagram if you're not following me on Instagram. My Instagram handle has changed. It is now at one DJ the Boss on all platforms. So yep, go follow me on IG or TikTok or Facebook, wherever you consume your social media. Go follow your boy. Stay a part of the journey. Stay a part of the Boss family, man. We're still the Boss family. That's not changing. But anyway, yeah, not everybody got to watch me actually build from the ground up. So we are going to do it again, a second time, a new business, brand new business. You guys may know that I left the cleaning industry. I kind of just stopped doing everything for about a year, and so everyone's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing for work? And were you still in the cleaning?" No, I'm not still doing cleaning. I haven't been doing anything. I have been watching House of Dragons, cleaning up the house. I've been coaching my son's AAU team. That's it. I've been dadding for the most part. That's been it. I haven't been doing anything. I'm back at it. I'm back active, back wanting to help people and want to be of service. So now you all get to watch me build this business with all of the knowledge that I have from building my cleaning business. I get to avoid some of the mistakes that I made in building my cleaning business, obviously, like taking forever to build SOPs and taking forever to bring new people on. Avoid all of those pitfalls that I've seen from myself and others in my years of coaching. And now we get to just go and build. And this time I get to do it around something that I actually love, something that I actually have a passion for, and I'm excited about it. So, but before we jump into that, let's back it up and take it back to how I am approaching building this business. So how I came up with what I wanted to do for a business was, there's a few things we have to pick. When I built my cleaning business, I obviously had to do everything. In starting this new business, I will obviously have to do everything to start off. In starting the cleaning business, I didn't have a clear vision of what exactly I enjoyed doing the most, which is how I ended up finding the media side of business and falling in love with that, was just doing everything inside of my cleaning business. But now that I know for sure that I love doing marketing and media, that is what I want to do. So the activities that I enjoy, the things that bring me happiness and get me out of bed and excited to go to work and create, are, having my camera in my hand, planning shoots, planning content. Those are the things that I enjoy doing. So even as this business grows, my activities are going to be centered around doing those things. This is how I want to build a business, intentionally with these activities in mind. So I won't be the only person doing these activities. I will be creating SOPs around the activities that I do. But in terms of where I feel like I can contribute the most and I can have the biggest effect on the business, is just in the long-term vision and in kind of the creative direction of the content and the company itself. So that's where I'm going to focus my attention and build around, so I'm going to focus on doing those activities and build everything else around the things that I love to do. I picked a group of activities that I'm okay with doing. Obviously, I'm going to be doing everything in the beginning. Now, with those activities that I like to do, I had to pick a problem that I want to solve for businesses or for service businesses. I think I just answered the next question, which is people. Who are you going to serve? Which is service businesses. So that's what I've picked. That's what I'm familiar with. So I had to pick a problem that I can use my skills to solve. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about my idea just yet. I'm going to save that for a little bit later. But there is a problem that businesses have within their marketing and media, that my talents and my skill set and my passion can be used to extremely benefit some small service businesses. So that's what I'm going to do. So I had to pick the activities that I like to do, I had to pick a problem that I wanted to solve, and I had to pick who I wanted to serve, the people. I wanted to continue to be creative and working with my camera and telling stories, solving a specific marketing and media problem that I think most small service businesses have, and I've decided to serve small service industry businesses. So those are the three things that I picked, and I think within that is is my business. So I'm going to document the process of building that business and solving that problem for small service businesses around the area. There's a lot of businesses in my area. I am going to do this in a little bit of a different way. Pay very close attention to how I move over the next year or so. I'm putting a great deal of thought into this on top of all of the learning that I've had over the years of running my commercial cleaning business for the last 10 years. The next thing we got to do, or one of the big things we got to do, is to come up with an offer. So how we're going to package the things that we picked into an offer, into something that tells people exactly what we're going to deliver to them and for how much. It's a really important part of the business. It's a big detail to come up with. And then once we have that, we can take that offer, present it, and sell it to our prospects and our potential clients. So that is the next major thing that we have to do. So the reason I only want to come up with one offer is because I don't want to take the chance of having to do a bunch of different things that I really don't want to be focused on doing. Like I said, I have a specific group of activities that I want to be doing. And so I don't want to design the business in any way that's going to make me drift from those activities. Majorly with the offer, I needed the package to be at a price point that would cover everything that I needed within one client. Given that I'm doing everything myself, I needed the price point to cover everything that I needed to cover. Just like in my commercial cleaning business, you guys have watched that video of me walking around my very first commercial cleaning client. My very first commercial cleaning client saved my life. One client, they signed for 12 months, and at their price point, it was enough for me to do all the work and for me to find an apartment, be able to get to and from work, feed my family, things like that. Not a lot of money. So that's exactly the approach that I'm going to take with this business. Majorly, what I'm working on and what I'm focused on is my primary offer, and we're going to start with that. I've come up with a good offer and a price point that'll cover the expenses that I wanted to cover. It's at a price point that I like, and I think it makes a lot of sense, and so I'm going to go with it. We need to create a few assets. So how are we going to present this offer to people? So we'll probably need to create something like a proposal template. Probably just gonna hop in Canva, put something pretty together. I have some old pictures of me in the studio, me doing some film work. So I'm gonna use a lot of that media, reuse a lot of that media to hopefully make my proposal template look nice and presentable and professional. Probably also going to need just some basic SOPs for things like, fulfillment checklist for me to go through to make sure I'm not forgetting anything and to make sure things are repeatable. As people come in the future, second client, third client, it'd be nice to have those processes already thought out, even written down if possible, for someone else to come in and follow a little bit more quicker than just me explaining it to them over and over again. The next thing after building the SOPs and building a couple of assets would just be continued branding. Well, everyone likes to overthink branding. Please don't overcomplicate any amount of branding or marketing. These are the three things that I'm going to be focused on doing in terms of this new business. And that will be content around helping people. So just putting the knowledge that I have about what I'm doing for people out there and helping people with no expectation of anything in return, just so that people know that they can come to me for help within this subject matter. 2 will be telling stories, telling my story and telling the stories of the people that I help or the people that I'm trying to help. So documenting my journey, telling those stories. That includes your TikToks and Instagram posts, quick things, of quick updates or whatever's going on. All of that is storytelling. All those are, I'm obviously going to organize that and have different content pillars for each of these different styles of content. But for the most part, it's all just storytelling. So either being helpful, storytelling, telling the story of how my service or product helps other people, and storytelling, telling the story of my own journey and my own process through building this business. So all of it is valuable, and all of it is content that is extremely valuable for your brand or for branding in general. The last part is the part that everyone tries to avoid, which is just getting out there and selling. And so I have a small plan for some outreach. I'm obviously going to do what I advise you guys to do, is I'm going to exhaust my immediate circle and the people that I feel like I can go directly to ask for business after I build these assets, so that I can actually make a professional presentation to them. But yeah, it's selling. I'm going to network, get out, meet people, exhaust the resources that I have, and continue branding. And then I'm going to build from there and continue to attack the niches that I have decided to attack. That's how I'm approaching it, man. I hope you guys stay along for the journey. If you haven't, hit the like button first and subscribe to the channel. The best thing you'll be doing for your business is to be on a continuous learning journey, and that means subscribing to channels like this, channels that are run by people who have done or are doing exactly what you're trying to do. And if building a business from the ground up, from zero, is something that you want to do or that you've ever thought about doing, this will be my second time doing it. And I'm doing it on camera, documenting it again for the second time. And you will be able to see everything as I go through it and as I build this business. The Instagram has changed. It is no longer Clean and Boss Family. You can find me on all platforms at one DJ the Boss. Still Boss Family over everything. Go find me on under the new handle if you don't follow me already. DM me. I answer DMs. I'm not like an unreachable human yet. Got a lot of like tech stuff to work through here. For whatever reason, like stuff that I haven't touched in a year just isn't working, and I'm not 100% sure why. Like this stupid thing won't even turn on. It just gets to that loading screen and just stays there. So trying to figure that out and a bunch of other things, but I can't even use my mics without the Rodecaster. So a lot of things to figure out. So that's one of the crappy things about starting something from the beginning. I do have some of these things like I'm blessed with to have had some success in the past where I'm not starting from absolute zero. Obviously, I have a house, I have a studio and things like that already. But in terms of this business making any revenue, there's no revenue to be made yet. There's not even a payment processing platform just yet. So first things first, we gotta get to selling, build these assets, make this offer, do some outreach, start some branding, and then get to selling. Yeah, it's a lot of work to do, but if I'm trying to make some money, then that's what I gotta do. And like I said, you guys have heard me say this a million times. If you run from the work, you might as well hide from the money. Appreciate you guys being here. Watch the journey. Stay tuned. I love y'all. Keep that boss mentality. Peace.